All right. Hey, everyone, and welcome to today's deep dive. This one is all about how to finally melt that stubborn belly fat.
Yeah.
So, we're going way deeper than, all the usual stuff you hear, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We found this awesome document. It's called 7 Proven Ways to Melt Belly Fat, Fast-Backed by Science.
Okay.
And we're going to break down not just the tips, but the actual science of why they work.
I love that.
Yeah. So, it's not just do this, do that. It's understand what's happening in your body.
Exactly. That's what makes this approach so interesting. Right? We're not just giving you a set of rules. We're giving you the tools to really understand how things work.
Yeah, exactly. And you can actually make those changes stick with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So get this. We're even going to talk about how things like sleep and stress,
Okay.
which, you might not think they have anything to do with belly fat,
Right.
but they actually play a huge role.
Yeah. The human body is complex, right? It's this incredible network of systems.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised how those seemingly unrelated things can actually have a big impact on your goals.
Okay. So first up, let's talk about the power of protein.
Okay.
I'm sure you've heard it helps you feel fuller for longer, but do you know why?
It's all about hormones.
Yeah.
Right? So protein actually helps your body produce these specific hormones. And one of them is called PYY.
Oh,
And these hormones, they act as appetite suppressants.
really?
Yeah. They're like little messengers going to your brain saying, hey, we're good down here. No need for more food.
Oh, wow. So it's not about fighting off those cravings. It's working with your body.
Exactly. It's about understanding those natural signals and working with them.
That makes a lot of sense. And this document also talks about how protein helps preserve muscle mass,
Absolutely.
which seems important.
Really important, because when you lose weight, your body can tap into both fat stores and muscle mass for energy.
Oh, so it can take from both.
Right. But with enough protein, you're basically telling your body, hey, use the fat, spare the muscle.
Okay, I get it now. It's like making sure your car is using the right fuel so it doesn't break down its own engine.
That's a great analogy.
Okay, so how can we increase our protein intake without becoming bodybuilders?
Well, first focus on quality sources. So things like fish, chicken, turkey, those are all great options.
Yeah.
And for those who prefer plant-based options, lentils, tofu, excellent choices.
Okay, and snacks, can't forget about snacks.
Oh, snacks are crucial. Things like Greek yogurt, a handful of nuts, or even a hard-boiled egg if you're on the go.
Those are good.
These small changes can make a big difference in hitting your protein goals throughout the day.
I like that small changes.
Yeah.
And a study in the journal Nutrition and Metabolism found that increasing protein by just 15% led to significant belly fat reduction.
Yeah, 15%, that's not a huge increase.
That's doable, right?
It is. It's about those small, sustainable changes that create those big results over time.
All right, so we've fueled up with protein now. Let's get our bodies moving with a workout that's perfect for busy schedules.
Oh, yeah. HIIT.
HIIT, high-intensity interval training.
Yes.
It's all about short bursts of really intense activity followed by brief recovery periods.
So you're going all out for a short period of time?
Exactly. And it's incredibly efficient because you're burning calories not only during your workout, but for hours afterward.
So wait, even when I'm back at my desk, after my workout, I'm still burning calories.
That's the beauty of HIIT. It's that afterburn effect.
That's awesome, but does that mean I can work out, less?
Well, you get more bang for your buck in terms of time, for sure. But it's not about working out less necessarily. It's about the efficiency of the workout.
Got it.
And it's not for everyone. If you have any health conditions or you're new to exercise, it's always best to talk to your doctor before starting anything new.
Of course, safety first. Yeah, so for those who are ready for a challenge, a simple HIIT workout could look like this. 30 seconds of sprinting or cycling, followed by 15 seconds of rest.
Okay.
And you repeat that cycle for just 15 to 20 minutes.
20 minutes, I can do that.
You can, and there's research to support it. A study in the Journal of Obesity found that HIIT is even more effective than steady-state cardio for fat loss.
Really more effective.
More effective.
Yeah.
It's all about pushing your metabolism into overdrive.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Right.
Okay, so we've covered protein. We've covered HIIT, 2 powerful strategies already.
Gear down.
But this journey is just getting started.
Oh, yeah.
We're about to tackle a topic that might seem a little obvious, but trust me, there's a lot more to it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Sugar.
Ah, sugar.
The sweet temptation.
Yeah, the sweet temptation that can really sabotage our efforts.
So we all know that too much sugar is bad, but have you ever wondered why it's so bad when it comes to belly fat?
You know, we hear it all the time, right? Sugar is bad for you.
Yeah.
But we don't always understand why.
Right, exactly.
So let's break it down. When you consume sugar, your body releases insulin,
Okay, insulin.
which is a hormone that helps regulate your blood sugar levels.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. When you have excessive sugar intake, it leads to these big insulin spikes.
So it's not just empty calories, it's like messing with my hormones too.
Exactly. Those insulin spikes are basically a signal to your body to store fat, particularly around your belly.
Oh no. So all that sugary stuff is telling my body to store it as belly fat.
In a way, yes.
Yeah.
Your body is very efficient at storing energy, and when it gets overwhelmed with sugar, it tends to store it as fat.
No more sugar for me.
Well, it's not about completely eliminating sugar. It's about making smarter choices.
Okay, so how do we tame our sugar cravings without feeling deprived?
Small changes can make a big impact.
Yeah.
So, for example, instead of reaching for a soda, try sparkling water with a squeeze of lemon or lime.
Ooh, I love sparkling water.
See, it's refreshing and it feels like a treat.
It does.
But without all that sugar. And when those really intense sugar cravings hit, reach for some fresh fruit,
Yep.
nature's candy.
Yeah. I like that, but what if I'm craving like a cookie or a piece of cake?
If you need something more decadent, a small piece of dark chocolate can be a good option.
Dark chocolate, that works.
It can satisfy that sweet tooth while also giving you some antioxidants.
Okay, so those little choices can really add up. And speaking of adding up, a study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who reduced their sugary drink intake lost more visceral fat. Visceral fat.
That's the type of fat that surrounds your organs.
Oh, the dangerous kind.
Exactly, compared to those who didn't reduce their intake.
Okay, that's pretty convincing. Less sugar it is.
It's a good step.
So we've covered protein, HIAT, and sugar. 3 down, 4 to go.
Wow, we're on a roll.
And up next, we're diving into a topic that might surprise you.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Get ready for this. It's all about sleep and stress.
Sleep and stress.
You might be thinking, what do those have to do with belly fat?
I am thinking that.
But there's a powerful connection between our mental well-being and our physical health.
You know, I always feel my worst when I'm sleep deprived and stressed,
Yeah.
but I never really connected it to belly fat.
Well, get ready for a light bulb moment, because when you're constantly sleep deprived or dealing with chronic stress, your body produces more cortisol.
Cortisol, oh yeah, the stress hormone.
That's the one, and it's also the hormone that can make us crave comfort food.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but here's the link to belly fat. Elevated cortisol levels are directly linked to increased fat storage, especially around the abdomen.
So even if I'm doing everything else right, like eating healthy and exercising, if I'm not sleeping well or managing my stress, I could still be sabotaging my efforts.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like you're working out with one hand and feeding yourself donuts with the other.
That's a scary thought.
But don't worry, we've got some actionable strategies to tackle both sleep and stress.
Okay, good.
So let's be real for a second. Getting enough sleep can feel impossible.
Yeah, especially these days.
So what are some realistic tips for improving sleep quality when life is just so busy?
It's not just about the number of hours. It's about creating a good sleep environment.
Oh, okay.
Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool.
Like a cave?
Exactly like a cave designed for rest, and try to establish a regular sleep schedule even on the weekends.
Oh, no, weekends are for sleeping in.
I know it's tempting, but consistency is key.
Okay, fine.
Your body loves routine.
And what about, like, scrolling on my phone in bed?
Ah, the pre-bed scroll.
Guilty as charged.
I know it's a common habit, but remember that blue light we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
It's actually messing with your sleep hormones.
No.
It suppresses melatonin, which is the hormone that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle.
So no more scrolling before bed.
Exactly.
All right, how about stress management? You mentioned meditation and yoga,
Yeah.
but are there any like quick and easy things we can do when we're feeling overwhelmed in the moment?
Deep breathing is amazing. Just a few deep breaths can really calm your nervous system and bring down your stress levels.
Really?
Yeah, you can do it anywhere, anytime.
I've heard of that, but I never thought it would actually work.
Oh, it does. Don't underestimate the power of the breath.
Okay, I'll try it.
And remember how we talked about exercise being a mood booster?
Yeah.
Well, it's also a great stress buster.
Oh, even better.
Even a brisk walk can release endorphins and help you feel more grounded.
So exercise helps with stress, sleep, A&D, belly fat.
It's a triple threat.
This HIT thing is sounding better and better.
Right. And don't forget about nature. Spending time outdoors can have a really calming effect on both your mind and body.
Okay, I'm getting the message. It's all about those little moments of peace throughout the day.
Yeah, find what works for you.
And before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, can we go back to the research on sleep and belly fat?
Of course.
Is there like scientific proof that this actually works?
Absolutely. A study in obesity research showed that improving sleep quality was associated with a significant reduction in belly fat.
Wow. So getting enough sleep isn't just good for our mood, it's good for our waistline too.
It's a win-win.
This is all starting to make sense.
It is, isn't it?
Okay, so I've conquered 4 strategies: protein, HIIT, sugar reduction, and managing sleep and stress.
4 down?
Feel like you're starting to get a handle on this belly fat thing.
I think so.
We've still got 3 more strategies to uncover, each more fascinating than the last.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear about them.
Trust me, you don't want to miss these. We'll be right back after a quick break.
And welcome back to our deep dive into the science of melting that belly fat.
We've already uncovered some pretty powerful strategies, right?
Oh, yeah.
Protein, HIIT workouts, the sugar showdown, and that surprising connection between sleep stress and those extra inches around our waistlines.
That's right. And I think what's been so cool about this journey so far is we haven't just told you what to do, we've given you the knowledge of why.
Exactly. It's not just following blindly, it's about understanding why these strategies work.
Yeah, because then you can really customize them for your own body and your lifestyle.
I like that knowledge is power, right?
It is.
And we're giving you the power to make those informed decisions about your health.
That's the goal.
So let's dive back into the power of protein.
Okay.
We talked about how it keeps us feeling full and satisfied. But how much protein should we actually be aiming for each day?
Well, it's not a one-size-fits-all answer.
Okay.
It really depends on things like your age, your activity level, your overall goals.
So many factors.
Right. But a good rule of thumb is to aim for about 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, or 0.36 grams per pound.
Okay, that's helpful. So if I weigh, let's say, 150 pounds,
Okay.
that means I should aim for about 54 grams of protein per day.
You got it.
Math skills.
But remember, it's not just about hitting that number.
Right.
It's about making sure those protein sources are high quality.
Got it. Quality over quantity.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, we talked about lean proteins like fish, chicken, turkey.
Yeah.
What about for our vegetarian and vegan listeners out there?
Yeah. What are some good plant-based options?
Lentils, beans, tofu, even quinoa. These are all fantastic sources of plant-based protein.
That's good to know.
And don't forget about those protein-packed snacks.
Oh, yes, snacks.
Greek yogurt, a handful of nuts, even a hard-boiled egg can really help you hit your daily target.
And it makes it more enjoyable, right?
Exactly.
All right, let's move on to HIT.
Okay.
You painted this awesome picture of a 20-minute fat-burning workout.
I tried.
But are all HIIT workouts like the same?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
HIIT is really versatile, so you can use bodyweight exercises like burpees, jumping jacks, mountain climbers.
So I could literally do HIT in my living room.
You absolutely could during commercial breaks.
Oh, I like that.
Right. You can also incorporate running, cycling, swimming, or even gym equipment like rowing machines or elliptical trainers.
So many options.
The key is to push yourself during those work intervals, whatever they may be.
Okay, I'm ready to get my sweat on. But what about someone who's just starting out? Are there modifications they can make?
Absolutely. Beginners can start with shorter work intervals and longer rest periods, so maybe 20 seconds of work followed by 40 seconds of rest. And as you get fitter, you can gradually increase the intensity and the duration.
So it's all about listening to your body, right?
Exactly. Meet yourself where you're at and gradually challenge yourself.
I love that. And always prioritize safety.
Of course, if you're feeling any pain or discomfort, stop and rest.
Got it. Safety first, always.
Right.
All right, so let's move on to sugar.
Okay.
You explained so well the science behind why sugar is so bad for belly fat.
Yeah, it's sneaky.
It is. So how do we navigate a world that's basically just surrounded by sugar?
It's everywhere.
It is. It's like we're surrounded by a sugar siren song.
I love that analogy.
But we can resist.
We can.
Right.
And one way to do that is by becoming a label-reading detective.
Okay, I'm ready to put on my detective hat. What am I looking for?
Added sugars. They're hiding in those ingredient lists.
Oh, the sneaky little guy.
They go by many names. Corn syrup, dextrose, fructose, sucrose.
Wow, they're like masters of disguise.
They are. And be especially mindful of those foods that seem healthy but are actually loaded with sugar.
Okay, like what?
Flavored yogurts, granola bars, even some breakfast cereals can be sugar bombs in disguise.
I never would have thought.
So read those labels carefully.
Okay, so it's about being a savvy consumer.
Exactly.
Don't fall for the marketing tricks.
Right. But let's be real, sometimes those cravings hit hard.
Oh, they do.
So what are some smart swaps when we need to satisfy that sweet tooth?
Give me the good stuff.
When you're craving a sugary drink, try sparkling water with a squeeze of lemon or lime.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that.
Refreshing and sugar-free. Or how about a nice herbal tea?
Okay.
There are so many delicious flavors out there.
I'll have to try some more.
And when you're craving something a little more substantial,
Yeah, like a cookie?
reach for a piece of Fruit Nature's candy.
Okay, I can do that.
Or if you're craving something a bit more decadent, a small piece of dark chocolate can be a good option.
Dark chocolate. I like where this is going.
It satisfies that craving while giving you some antioxidants.
I'm sold. Okay, so we've tackled sugar now. Let's dive back into the world of sleep and stress. We know they're linked to belly fat through that pesky cortisol hormone.
Yeah, it's a powerful connection.
It is. But what about those of us who struggle with sleep? You know, it's not as simple as just saying go to bed earlier.
You're right. It's about creating a consistent sleep routine.
Okay, so like a schedule.
Yeah, try to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day, even on weekends.
Off weekends.
I know, but your body thrives on rhythm.
Okay, fine. I'll try.
And remember, your bedroom should be your sleep sanctuary.
Right, the cave.
Exactly. Dark, quiet, and cool.
But what about like scrolling on my phone in bed?
The pre-bed scroll. It's a trap.
It is so tempting.
But remember that blue light.
Yeah.
It suppresses melatonin, which is the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle.
Oh no, so it's actually making it harder to fall asleep.
So try to avoid screens for at least an hour before bed.
Okay, I can do that. No more late night scrolling.
Good.
All right, what about stress? Life is just full of stressors.
It is.
So what are some quick and easy things we can do when we're feeling overwhelmed?
Deep breathing is a game changer.
Really?
Just a few deep breaths can help calm your nervous system and lower those stress levels.
I'll have to try that.
You can do it anywhere, anytime.
Okay, that's good. And what about exercise?
Oh, exercise is a fantastic stress buster.
Even better.
Even a brisk walk can release those feel-good endorphins and help you feel more grounded.
So exercise helps with stress, sleep, and ND belly fat.
It really does.
It's the trifecta.
It is, and don't forget about nature.
Oh, yeah.
Spending time outdoors can have a truly calming effect.
I'm starting to notice a theme here.
What's that?
It's all about finding those little moments of peace and rejuvenation.
Got it.
Okay, so we've covered a lot, but we're not done yet.
Not quite.
We still have 3 more strategies to uncover.
3 more.
And trust me, you don't want to miss these.
Okay.
These next strategies are all about food choices that can make a big difference in your journey to a flatter stomach.
Ooh, food choices. I'm all ears.
We'll be right back after a quick break. All right, welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into, melting belly fat.
They're in the home stretch.
We made it. We've learned so much about protein and HIIT workouts and, the sneaky science of sugar and that mind-blowing connection between sleep stress and those stubborn inches around our waistlines.
It's all connected.
It is. And what's great about this journey is that we haven't just told you what to do.
Right.
We've actually empowered you with the knowledge of why these strategies work.
Because information without understanding is just noise.
Exactly. But now you have the tools to make those informed choices for your body.
That's the goal.
So let's jump into those final 3 strategies that can really help you reach your goals.
Okay.
First up, fiber.
Fiber.
I know it's good for digestion, but how does it target belly fat?
Well, fiber is kind of like a superhero in disguise.
Okay.
It doesn't always get the attention that protein or HIIT workouts get, but it's a secret weapon for those of us who want to, trim down, especially around the belly.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more about this fiber superhero.
All right, so there are actually 2 types of fiber, soluble and insoluble.
Okay.
And soluble fiber is the one that really shines when it comes to fighting belly fat.
Soluble fiber.
Yeah, think of it like a sponge.
A sponge.
Yeah, that absorbs water in your gut.
Okay, I can visualize that. So what does that do for us?
Well, it slows down digestion, which makes you feel fuller for longer.
Okay.
And that helps reduce your overall calorie intake.
So I'm less likely to overeat.
Exactly. It's like a natural appetite suppressant.
I like that. But wait, you mentioned another type of fiber.
Oh, right. Insoluble fiber.
What does that one do?
That one's more like the broom of your digestive system.
Okay.
It adds bulk to your stool and helps things move along smoothly. So it's really important for regularity and gut health.
So both types of fiber are important.
They are, but soluble fiber is the real MVP when it comes to belly fat.
Okay, the belly fat fighter. So where can we find the soluble fiber?
Well, you can find it in lots of delicious foods. Oats, barley beans, lentils, apples, berries, broccoli, spinach.
So eating a rainbow of fruits and veggies is a good strategy.
It is. And there's research to back it up.
Oh, tell me about it.
A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that people who ate at least 10 grams of soluble fiber daily reduced their belly fat by 3.7% over 5 years.
5 years? That's a long time.
And they didn't even make any other changes to their lifestyle.
That's impressive. It really shows that consistency is key.
It is. Those small changes over time can make a big difference.
Okay, so we've got fiber covered now. Let's talk about those tempting refined carbs.
It's the white bread, the pasta.
We all know they're not the best for our waistlines, but why are they so bad for belly fat specifically?
Well, refined carbs, they've been stripped of their fiber and nutrients.
Oh.
They're kind of like the empty calories of the carbohydrate world.
Okay, so no nutritional value, but how does that relate to belly fat?
Well, they're digested really quickly and absorbed into your bloodstream.
Okay.
And that leads to those rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels.
Right, and insulin is the hormone that tells our bodies to store fat.
Exactly, especially around the belly.
It all makes sense now. So what are some of the biggest refined carb culprits we should be watching out for?
Think white bread, white rice, regular pasta, sugary drinks, pastries, cookies, processed snacks. Basically anything that's been heavily processed and stripped of its natural goodness.
Okay, that's helpful. But what about those of us who, can't imagine life without a little bread or pasta every now and then?
It's not about deprivation, it's about making smart swaps.
Oh, okay, I like that.
So instead of white bread, try whole grain or Ezekiel bread.
I've heard of that.
They're packed with fiber and nutrients.
Good, and what about rice and pasta?
You can swap white rice for quinoa brown rice or even cauliflower rice.
Cauliflower rice, that sounds interesting.
It is. And for pasta, try whole grain pasta or get creative with zucchini noodles or spaghetti squash.
So many options.
There are. And it's fun to experiment in the kitchen.
I agree. Okay, so we've got our refined carb game plan sorted.
We do?
But before we wrap up this incredible deep dive, I want to touch on that final strategy.
Okay.
Consistency and embracing those smart lifestyle changes.
Yeah, what's the takeaway message here?
What are some final words of wisdom to help our listeners stay motivated and on track?
Remember, this isn't about quick fixes or drastic measures.
Right.
It's about making sustainable changes that you can weave into your everyday life.
So it's about progress, not perfection.
Exactly. Celebrate those small victories, be patient with yourself,
Yeah.
and remember that every step you take towards a healthier lifestyle is a step in the right direction.
I love that. It's a journey.
It is, and you're not alone on this journey.
Right.
Find an accountability partner, a friend, a family member, or even an online community to share your goals and support each other.
Support systems are so important.
They are. We're all in this together.
And with the right knowledge, a little bit of effort, and a whole lot of self-compassion, we can achieve our goals.
Absolutely.
Well, this deep dive has been amazing. I feel like I've learned so much about belly fat and how to take control of my health.
It's been my pleasure to share this information with you.
And listeners, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah?
What's one small change you're going to make today to start your own belly fat melting adventure?
Share your insights and inspire others on their journey.
Every journey starts with a single step.
It does.
So take that step today and watch how those small changes transform your life.
You got this.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into melting belly fat.
It's been fun.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep those belly fat busting fires burning.